Good morning, this is John from Delta Camshaft Custom Import Heads. Just gonna walk through and do a video real quick of a shop tour. For those of you that don't get a chance to come and visit us in person, I give you a little virtual shop tour here on the video. This is our little facility in downtown Tacoma, Washington. That's the shipping and receiving door. Here's the main entrance. Let's go in and take a peek. In here is the main lobby area. And there is Ken, the facility manager and salesman. He does the majority of the shipping. Here's our wall of fame. Just a little bit of the oddball unique vehicles that we've done work for. Let's go ahead and head out back to the shop. Out here is our finished inventory area. It's all stored numerically by part number. These are all the finished camshaft, a lot of the highly used numbers, small block Chevy, 292 grind, a whole bunch of stuff like that. Factory OEM spec replacement camshafts. They're all stored here. Then this rack here houses the 6 cylinders. They're the longer camshafts, so we have a special rack for those guys so they don't fit in the shorter V8 rack area at all. Then this disaster over here is where we started doing custom import headwork, and then the machine shop that we're using for our outside sourcing of our valve cutting and surfacing couldn't keep up with our demand, so we kind of discontinued that line. We'd like to get back into it. I still do custom heads one-off for customers. I just don't have a brand line set up at this time. This area here. Over here is the lifter grinding machine. We grind all the earlier industrial mechanical style flatheads, some overhead cams, some in-block camshaft style lifters. Usually if they're mechanical application, we're able to resurface them for a fraction of the cost of new ones. If even a lot of the antique stuff, new ones are not even available. These are bins of rocker arms that we have just in bulk storage. If you happen to have one that's deviated beyond repair, we can replace that for you. And let's head back to the core storage area. Back here is the core storage area and cleaning. It's a little bit louder, so I'll talk a little bit louder. You have over 750,000 camshaft cores. Rows and rows and racks and racks. These bulk engine boxes over here are all matching casting numbers. Bulk storage. Each one of those boxes contains about 300 to 500 camshafts. You can see how many of those, quite a few sitting in bulk storage. Over here is our lifter tumbler. I'll wait to talk till we get a little bit away from there. It's a little bit noisy. That is a ceramic solvent media bath that does a minor polishing on the lifters and rocker arms. The little round ceramic chunks are a little bit more aggressive than the ones we use with the camshafts, which I'll show you in just a second. The camshaft ones are a little bit harder, less abrasive, and they're in a little triangle so they can reach in between the lobes a little bit better. You can see the amount of camshaft cores we have in inventory is just phenomenal. We run them through. The camshafts will come in a box, greasy and oily. We'll put them in the spray cabinet to take the oil residue off them. Put them in the tumbler. That'll remove the, gently polish the carbon and the rust or anything like that that's on them. Then from there they go back into the spray cabinet, which cleans the solvent back off of them. Kind of see here how the one in front has been tumbled and the one behind hasn't. See how it gently polishes the core area? On the one in back is kind of brown, it has the carbon from the engine oil. The one up front is all cleaned up. Has the same rotating action as the other cleaner, but like I said, it has the a little bit harder ceramic, less aggressive. Here's a whole bunch of late model roller camshafts that we have stored by casting number. In here is the weld room. That's the indirect water cooling and high water pressure system. This is where we actually do the welding over here on the other side. The induction heater for heating up the cast iron, which is on the other video you could view. And then the actual welding bench. Here's the quench bucket. It's a glycol based quench. These camshafts are needing 1 or 2 lobe welds for repair before they go back out in inventory. Here's a 2.3 liter Ford roller billet. The main had damage, so I went ahead and welded that up this morning. That one half was smashed. We had one of the machines deviate and a piece of the wheel came off and took that main out, so we welded it up. I'm going to regrind it out today and get it back serviceable. Over here is the main part of the shop. It's all the camshaft pre-prep area. If the camshaft has bad centers, then we cut the centers on the lathe. And then from here, all of our custom camshafts have grind slips that travel with them. These are just camshafts waiting to go to a run. These are carts full of camshafts that are prepped, already ready to go. Some small block Chevys with 350 horse grinds on them. Looks like Dustin's gonna be grinding some Suzukis this afternoon. These are little samurai camshafts that we do for a company. 5 of each style. Looks like some 272s, some 260s. Grind on the Burco 1500 machine. It's just a really solid machine. We've been using them for years and years and years. Very successful, great parts duplicator. This area here is where we keep our master templates. is the masters. All numerically stored and in a data book. And these are all the old, the industrial and antique masters from all sorts of stuff from way back beginning of the century, and all the industrial stuff runs off a different machine. Our standard machine runs this larger spindle hub. The machine that runs these tooling plates has a little 2-inch spindle. So this one machine gets all the oddball cams, and the other two machines do custom stock stuff that's more frequently used. There's some more finished inventory view from the other side of the shop. Over here is the camshaft post-grinding inspection area. Here is checked to verify straightness, verify the lobes are ground correctly, check runout, make sure it's less than 2/1000. Then it goes from there into the parkerizing, which is a phosphate coating that gets cooked onto the camshafts. Then once they're parkerized, they're cold water dipped and cleaned, and then over to the polisher. And once they're polished up, then they're put on the oiling rack, dropped down, dunked in the oil, and then from there they get boxed. Jason's boxing them up. These are going into an engine builder's stock inventory. And from here they'll either go out this way to the shipping area, or they'll go out into the stock inventory. And that's about it for the actual tool, touring of the shop. If you have any questions or comments, please do so.